Hello, welcome. This is Adam Sachs, President of Tourism Economics. And this video provides a brief overview of the DMAI Event Impact Calculator sports module. The sports module of the Event Impact Calculator provides a very important resource to DMOs in measuring the impact of events. And that analysis is critical for negotiation. It helps inform those negotiations by providing information on the value of an event and therefore what an appropriate incentive might be. It also helps to provide information to support DMO funding. If we know what a DMO generates in terms of room nights, business sales, employment, and local taxes, that becomes a powerful resource in defending the important functions of a DMO and future funding. The sports module of the Event Impact Calculator is designed to provide that resource. The platform itself is very flexible. It works with varying levels of information. It's localized, providing unique calculators to each destination. It's also comprehensive, providing full impact analysis on spending, jobs, taxes, and the return on investment of an event. And it's standardized with now more than 100 destinations using the platform. And finally, it's sustainable with the underlying data being updated annually. That data includes a compilation of studies across more than 150 sporting events. It also is based on data from Longwoods International, covering more than 4,500, nearly 5,000 participants in sporting events. It also includes CRM data for more than 4,000 events, looking at the room pickup and peak room night demand for sporting events. The models also include data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and Bureau of Economic Analysis, which informs the local level impact analysis. And finally, each model is based on unique local tax rate data. Let's take a look at the platform itself, and we'll conduct a sample impact analysis. This sample analysis is for a volleyball tournament with Tourism Economics as the organizer. It's located in a generic city, which we're calling Big City, U.S. It has a start date of September 23rd and an end date of the 26th. And we can choose among 5 different sports event types: youth amateur, adult amateur, college, professional, and college championships. Each of these event types has unique underlying data that informs different impacts depending on the type of event. Then we can choose whether it's an elimination tournament or not. We'll say it is an elimination tournament, which affects the attendance as the tournament progresses. From there, we can enter in the number of visitors. We can say that there are 500 overnight visitors and 100 day visitors, and that 50% of those day visitors come from outside of town, 50% locally. The room block is optional, and the room rate should be entered based on either an average room rate or an agreed room block rate. The persons per room varies based on the type of event chosen. So if we change this from adult amateur to youth amateur, that assumption on persons per room will change from 1.9 to 2.7. From here, we can save and calculate, and an impact report will be generated. That report provides details on the spending of the event, the taxes generated, the jobs supported, with detail on each of those categories. We can also calculate the return on investment of an event. And if we go to the Input Hosting Costs tab, we can say that put in an assumption on what incentive we might provide this event. So here I've put in $5,000. If we save and calculate, it'll show us what the return on investment of that $5,000 investment is. Well, this event generated $13,000 in local tax receipts, providing a return on investment of more than $8,000 or an ROI percentage of 172%. From here, we can make various edits because this report is saved. We can change the way that we calculate the number of visitors. So in our original run, we entered in directly the number of overnight and day visitors. Well, if we only know the number of participants, we can change our method for calculating the total number of visits. So if we say that there are 300 participants, and that's the only number we know, well, then the number of spectators is calculated as a function of that using an event type average for the number of spectators per participant. Well, for a youth amateur, that's 2.3 spectators per participant. Again, if we change that to, say, a college event, well, that goes down to 0.6. And if we change it to an adult amateur, it's 1.5. So clearly the youth amateur generates the most spectators per participant of our various event types. So now we have a total number of participants and spectators. We just need to put in an assumption for the percentage of those visitors that are spending the night. And so based on this approach to calculating the number of visitors, we can run an impact analysis. Then the final method that's available is called an admission-based approach. And here, if we have a ticketed or gated venue, we can simply put in the total admission per event, and we'll say that is 10,000, the number of events, and the events per visitor. We then calculate, based on that automatically, the number of spectators, and again, we can run the impact analysis on that basis. Thanks for joining us for this brief overview. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact us at info@tourismeconomics.com or at eventimpact@destinationmarketing.org. Thanks again.